Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 10 out of Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on a UFC fighter that was just booked down in Florida for stabbing his sisters with a brass knuckle knife. Boynton Beach police responded to 20th Ave at 3:11 a.m. in response to multiple 911 calls in reference to a stabbing. Upon arrival, officers found a 22-year-old woman lying adjacent to the roadway, covered in blood, with multiple wounds throughout her back, head, and arm. When asked what happened, she stated her brother had stabbed her and her sister was still in the house. The woman was immediately transported to Delray Medical Center, suffering 2 collapsed lungs. Officers then found a 33-year-old woman inside of the residence, also covered in blood, with multiple wounds throughout her back, face, and hands. She provided a sworn audio video statement stating she and her younger sister had come to visit their brother, Irwin Rivera, at his house, spending the night in the guest room. She advised they awoke with their brother repeatedly stabbing them with a knife, and she attempted to fight back as he continued stabbing her, and her younger sister fled the room. She was then able to push Irwin out of the room and call 911. After the woman's statement, she was transported to the same medical center as her younger sister. Officers on scene made contact with neighbors who provided sworn statements advising they'd been awakened by a loud banging at their front door, finding a young female covered in blood begging for help, saying, "He's trying to kill me, please help my sister." The neighbors opened the door calling police when they saw their neighbor Irwin walk by, covered in blood, saying, "Shut the door, everything is okay." Irwin then saw the neighbor was already on the phone and started running away. Officers canvassed the area before making contact with Irwin 4 hours later. As contact was made, Irwin spontaneously uttered, "I killed my sisters." Irwin was then taken into custody and transported to the Boynton Beach police station, where he was photographed and taken out of his bloody clothing. In a sworn taped interview, Irwin admitted to stabbing both of his sisters. Irwin said that he entered his sister's bedroom while they were sleeping and began stabbing them with a brass knuckle knife. He believed he had killed both his sisters and said that he did so because it was his purpose, which he was told to do by a higher power. Irwin was then placed under arrest and charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. Both of his sisters had survived the stabbing, one in stable condition and the other in critical. Although according to the Palm Beach County Jail, Irwin's charges have been bumped up to 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder, which may be an error. Irwin's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. A UFC official provided a statement confirming Rivera's career is on pause, pending an investigation by the promotion. UFC is aware of the recent incident involving Irwin Rivera and subsequently received information from his management that he has been exhibiting behavior consistent with mental health issues. The allegations are extremely troubling, and the organization is currently gathering additional information. The investigation is ongoing, and any potential next steps, including disciplinary action or medical attention, will be further determined upon the conclusion. Furthermore, USC has informed Rivera's management that he will not be offered a bout at this time. Irwin Rivera most recently fought in the octagon this past October when he lost a split decision at UFC Vegas 11. A former Titan FC champ, he has a record of 1-2 in the UFC. Now, this is one of those cases that unfortunately happen every so often, you know what I mean? It's rare, but we've seen UFC fighters snap, football players snap, wrestlers snap. Chris Benoit, we've seen War Machine, he beat the dog shit out of his girlfriend, almost killed her. They try to say that contact sports can have an effect on the brain that causes reactions that end up in situations like this. But also, mental health is important, and we don't know what this man was suffering mentally. We don't know his mental health history, and it could be that he never tried to dig into it himself. But I'll be the first to tell you that doesn't fucking matter in the state of Florida. You could be retarded, you kill somebody, you're fucked. See, Florida, right? I came across so many people inside of prison that shouldn't have been in prison. They should have been in a mental health ward forever. And yeah, you can delay your case playing crazy and all that, but eventually you're gonna go to court, you're gonna get bammed, and you're fucked. And in his case, I don't believe that he's gonna be able to beat this. I mean, they have a sworn statement from him. Obviously, he's gonna go the crazy route, but at the same time, how crazy are you when you see somebody on the phone and you consciously run away, you're trying to get away with it? These are the things that are gonna be used against him in his case. And it's honestly fucking terrible because they're also gonna make the two sisters the victims, and I pray to God that they both survive. But they're gonna make them testify in court. And this is gonna do significant damage to this man's family. You go through his Facebook, you see him taking pictures. I don't know if they were his kids or his sister's kids, but he seemed like a family man that was fighting for all the right reasons. He came from Mexico to the US. He's had a successful career. I mean, he's 1-2. But to the average fighter, if anyone actually breaks down how often it is that motherfuckers get into the UFC, it isn't that often. Most of these guys that you see fighting at the gym, they got regular day jobs and they fight on the side. So salute to this man for coming to the US and fighting for his family and fighting his way into a career. But this right here is something that is career ending. The UFC is gonna cut ties with him. It's pretty much over with, and it's very sad to say. But when he gets inside of prison, which is what I assume is going to happen, he's gonna be a dangerous motherfucker to be around. And that is the dangerous environment that is prison. You don't know who is who inside of there. I know when I was in there, the baddest booty bandit on the compound that was known for knocking people out and raping them was allegedly a boxer, a Golden Glove boxer. That's what they said about this dude. And he was just known for knocking people out. And he'll tell you, look, if we fight and I win, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm not saying that's what he's gonna do, but these are the dangerous minds you're around inside of prison. There's no separation. They're gonna put him at a psych camp. They put me at a psych camp. I'm not fucking retarded. You don't even have to be on psych medication to be sent to a psych camp. You can catch a bad fucking disciplinary report like I did. They said I flamed somebody up with a lock and a sock. I had to do mad confinement time, and they sent me to a psych camp. There's nothing that you can do about it. The psych camps, those are the gang camps. Those are where it's going down at. And I can honestly say I would not want to be in the fucking cell with him, knowing how deadly he is with just his hands, never mind him getting his hands on a knife. Now, I don't think the murder charges are gonna stick unless somebody passed away. I do think that is an error. And if he has the attempted murder charges, he can still be facing life. You know what I mean? He can still be facing a lot of goddamn time. And with all the evidence against him, the sworn statements from the sisters, the neighbors, and himself, it seems like an easy conviction. It will just take time because mental health will hold back any court case. But hey, prayers to the family. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. Till next time.